I think we've got a bite, which is really bloody annoying. Yes, we've got one. Bring it on, wanglers. So it's 6 AM. I just got to the riverbank. It's about 20 yards behind me. It's been a bit misty on the way. I've gone through real pea super patches and other patches where it's cleared up a bit. Now I'm down here, it's not too bad. It is misty, but I think I can see at least beyond the end of the old noz. So we'll get the little clip light on the end of the quiver tip, get the old head torches on, and we will give it a go. Very simple quiver tip with a running ledger rig. At the minute I've just got a couple of SG shots on there. When I get down and see how fast the flow is, I may have to adjust that. I suspect it will be running pretty fast. It's been flooded up until the last couple of weeks, and with the slightly dry weather, hopefully it's back in its banks. I think it is back in its banks, but I think it'll be pretty fast. So it'll probably be a case of putting a bit more weight on the running ledger to just about hold bottom, and then it'll be trying to find some little slack spots or some slacker spots. You know, behind trees, behind bushes where the flow gets disrupted, and you can sneak in behind there where the chub hopefully will be lying in wait. I think I mentioned earlier we've got some cheese paste, bread, sweet corn and luncheon meat. I'll mostly use the sweet corn just as a bit of loose feed, and I'll probably fish mostly with bread and cheese paste. If those aren't working, I may give the luncheon meat a go, but on the Welland I've had a lot of success with cheese paste and bread. Normally they say up here if it's bottle green it's bread, if it's muddy brown it's chub, it's cheese paste, sorry, cheese paste before the chub. Obviously I won't be able to see what colour the river is this morning, it'll be black, but I'm going to guess it's probably muddy brown because of all the rain we've had washing into, you know, the mud through the water. So I'll start with cheese paste probably, and we'll go from there. Right, no more waffle, let's get on the bank, let's give it a go for a bit of December winter chubbing action. Come on the wanglers, you decide what the W stands for. Hopefully today it's winner. Ooh, hang on, winner, or not. So we're in the first swim. It's a swim where I caught the 4 pound 14 ouncer on my last visit. But once again the river's very different. It's different every time I come up here. It's fast, it's really flowing fast. It's obviously dark, so it's hard to cast to the far bank without going on the bank, you know, to get it nice and tight, which is how I cast when I caught that big one last time. And if you're a bit short, you just get caught in the flow and dragged out of position really quickly. And I'm fishing with cheese paste, so it doesn't take an awful lot for that cheese paste to be washed off. So for the minute I've just gone in this near margin where it's a bit of slacker water. There's all lots of bushes down here, so I've just tried to tuck it in the bushes a little bit in the hope that there's a few chub. In the hope that there's a few chub lurking around in this near margin. It's about 20 past 6 now. Oh, I think I've got a bite. Yes, I've got a bite. Got it. Well, that is a lovely early morning, decent chub. River Welland chub. Beautiful chub. I think that's about 4 pounds. I am going to very quickly weigh it. That is a mega start to the session. Literally just chucked it down the side margin here, near margin, because when I tried to get to the far bank I was just getting pulled out of position by the flow. There's a bit slacker by the near margin, so I literally just underarmed it, I don't know, 12-15 feet down underneath the sort of bushes, or near the bushes. Didn't really expect a lot, and a runner just went past, so I had to sort of sit there quietly. He said good morning, That was nice. And then literally, the rod started going. Never quite sure whether it was just the flow getting it, but it looked like a fairly positive bite, and I've just landed that. Well, it's £6 on the scales. Well, I've got to take the mat off. So if we weigh the mat now, I think the mat's, it's not going to be £2. I think that's a £4 plus chub again. What a cracking start. I think that's gone £4 too. Absolutely delighted to get a £4 within 10 minutes of getting here. I think we'll give it another 10-15 minutes in this swim. So I've moved up again into the third swim. There's a nice little near margin run, I don't know, 15-20 yards, where it's a bit slow, a bit slacker. Still looks quite deep. I've not really fished here before, but as I say, the conditions on this river change all the time and you've just got to adapt. So there's a nice little slack run up to a little overhanging tree. I'm just going to give it half an hour in here, moving up this little inside slack. I'm going to stay with the same method. It's a very simple running rig. I don't know if you can see, it's still quite dark even though it's 8 o'clock. So it's just a running rig there, a little rig with, I've actually got 3 shot on there, 3 SGs. I'll probably put another one on to make it 4. I had 4 on and 1 came off. Little buffer bead to a swivel to an anti-tangle sleeve to a size 8 hook with cheese paste on it. Cheese paste caught me that fish earlier. I'm going to stick with cheese paste. It's about 8 o'clock, so I've got a couple of hours left. It's starting to get light, but it's still quite gloomy. I'm going to try and get a couple more on the bank. For those more astute, you may notice that my 12-foot Drennan Specialist twin tip is now in an 11.5 foot. I'm trying to take off the clip light from the end of my rod because it can get a little bit in the way and get line tangled on it, and because it's light. Taking that little beauty off, I just snap the end of my rod, which is really bloody annoying. I've managed to take the broken bit off, and I'm now fishing with just a broken end, just so I can fish for my last hour or so. And the tip, to be honest, was already slightly damaged. A slight slither had already come away, so I'm trying to console myself with the fact that it was kind of a bit broken anyway, which it was. But I love that rod. I've caught loads of chub on it, and I'll probably replace it. They're probably 60-70 quid. So for the sake of a 50p clip light, I managed to snap a 70 quid rod. But you can never have too many fishing rods, and it was a bit broken already. So I was very tempted to go off in a huff, drive home in this Wangler strop, but I haven't done that. I think, to be honest, there's enough there to indicate if I get a bite, and hopefully we can get another fish or two and make me feel a bit better. We'll keep wangling. What a wangler. Plenty of little taps and knocks, as you can probably see, but I'm waiting for that big 2-foot twitch, as they call it. Of course, the worry now is that the cheese paste has gone. getting bites. Getting bites and they're taking my cheese paste, but I just cannot hook one. Whether they're small fish pecking away at it, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely getting bites. Really want to get one out of this swim now. There's all sorts of, I had a couple of proper bites. Just can't seem to hook one. Yes, we've got one. We've got one at last. Got it, baby. Chub number 2 of the session. Not as big as the first one, but it's still nice. Probably 2.5 pounds, maybe 3 just. Another lovely little Welland chub. We've managed to get it. Another lovely Welland chub. Probably 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. Not as big as the one we caught earlier. Beautiful fish nonetheless. Let's get it safely back. Safely back, all good. That's 2. With a broken quiver tip. Bring it on, wanglers. So I've come back nearly to the car. I've come back to the first swim where I had that lovely 4 pound 2 ounce fish first thing this morning, about 6:30 in the morning. It's now just gone 9, about half an hour left. So just give it 20 minutes, half an hour in here, in that near side margin again with cheese paste, which is what caught me the fish earlier. And that'll be it for today. So sort of 3.5 hour session. If I end up with the 2 fish, that lovely 4 pound 2 and the 3 pounder, I didn't weigh it, but it's about 2.5, 3 pounds. I'll be happy. That's not bad on a shortish session. I'll have to bag one more, but you can always say that. But yeah, the river's up fast. It's finding those slacks. And then when you can find those slacks, I think you can catch. So yeah, loads and loads of bites in that second swim. Just couldn't quite connect. I did in the end. So I think they were smaller fish having a good little route around. As I say, last knocking's in here. If I don't catch anything, wangler's out. If I do, I'll show you what I catch. please subscribe and like this video and subscribe to the channel. The Wanglers are here to stay. We've been going for just over a year now. Really want to try and grow the channel and improve the channel, but that's only going to happen if you guys subscribe. Wanglers out. See you in 2025. It probably, by the time I edited this, will be 2025. So see you a bit more in 2025.